Hello viewer, and welcome to Pilgrammed. In this game, this is the only game where you find myself killing bosses named Jim and an old part while being whacked in the face by an anchor, a sailor with an anchor, and then also fighting a dude who's now the windman, and also running around with my isopod in the middle of the desert, well, stepping on lava and negating every single bit of damage. It's safe to say this game is just the best thing ever. So, first area was Big Bay. It has a pretty decent music, which is I'm gonna play in the background. It's soften right now. There are like 3 bosses in this area and a few types of enemies. So the enemies are just the cannoners and the guy with, I think, swashbucklers. I think that's what they're called. And the 3 bosses are Mondo Squid, Pop-Off Pirate, and lastly Kai Guy. Kai Guy is the second Kai boss. Actually, he's the first ever Kai boss introduced into the game. The second is Lazuri, which is a windman guy. So the windman guy, he's pretty hard. Lazuri, I think, is harder because I can't parry. Either way, first boss that we killed was Pop-Off Pirate, and he was pretty easy actually. Here's a clip. My friend was also helping there, so if you're unable to kill him by yourself, I guess it's fine. The next boss is Mondo Squid. He's also pretty easy. Pop-Up Pirate and Mondo Squid, those guys are, I think, mid-game bosses. Same for Kai. I think Kai Guy is probably a mid to late game boss. However, because I am a late game player, he's still really hard once he gets into the second phase, because then he gets all of his cracked abilities and his pace changes and goes ding ding pff, ding ding pff, and it happens like extremely fast. Like, what is this? It happens like every 2 seconds. No, not even 2 seconds. 2 seconds is too long. Every split second. Yeah. Well, either way, I can parry. My friend can't parry, so that's the difference between me and my friend. His name is Gabriel, by the way. He said I can use his name in the thing. Y'all guys still don't know my name. Ha ha ha. One more kid. Well, Kai Guy is really, how do I say this? Decent. He's a balanced boss. But Mondo Squid is pretty easy. Don't worry, you'll find them a lot. And he's pretty easy to parry also, but just that I can't parry projectiles. You know, I can't parry a lot of things, but I can parry Lazuri pretty well. Alright, here's Lazuri and Kai Guy. boss fight. So hence, I decided to skip all the way to the major boss fights before we go on to explaining the weapons. And then I'll talk about my favorite boss fight of the whole game. My top 3 favorite boss fights. Now for my favorite part, the weapons. Well, as you can, if you might tell, I have a sore throat, and it's not nice. So, the first ever weapon you get in the game is the old sword. I'm pretty sure it's the old sword. See, it deals decent damage. And the best thing about this game is that your whole outload is fully customizable. Wanna wear a lightless caviar? Wanna use a helmet that leaves radioactive waste after explosions? Oh heck, you wanna get a craving in your hand? Well, if you really like some of these items, how they look, but like they're not good at all. Like they don't contribute to you. Then you can go to vanity. Vanity is just for show, not for usage or anything. Either way, there are different kinds of stuff in the game. There's dexterity, agility, intellect, defense, and strength. For melee weapons, their damage usually scales off strength. For ranged weapons, it usually scales off dexterity. And for defense, it's just your defense. My defense is pretty high. Agility. Just how fast you walk. Mine is at -4, that means I don't walk too fast. My intellect is not how dumb or stupid you are, but how much mana you have. So let's see. This is the old sword. It's a normal sword, just deals damage. And remember, every third hit there is a cooldown that lasts like a tiny bit more time in between unlike these two intervals. See, like in the middle of this, in the middle of these two slashes, it's a short time, but in the middle of these 3 slashes, it takes a longer time. So now, what are my favorite weapons? Number 1, the pinwheel. Well, this pinwheel is not any normal pinwheel. Oh, but what do you mean by not any normal pinwheel? Some people may ask. It's a bloody beast of a weapon. Well, it deals massive damage and it's like a chainsaw, and with this setup that I found online, it's made by
what's the name of that guy? Andy, I think. I got it from an Andy video. He's one of the few people who make content on Pilgrim. Because Pilgrim isn't such a popular game, but it's still pretty popular. 1,000 players, but not as popular as like those high sloppy games on Roblox and Blox Fruits. Well, now this was not just for weapons. This was also for other items. A few utility weapons, items or things you get is like the isopod spawn. There are different kinds of spawns. There's the isopod spawn, the bushwalker spawn, and my favorite, the bear spawn. Well, but my isopod is still top. Actually, never mind. My isopod is the best thing in the whole universe. Alright, so then you have the pocket mirror. It's in this game we use mirrors to get around, but this thing is like you usually have to go towards a mirror to warp to your area that you want to warp to. With the pocket mirror, you can be anywhere. You can be in the middle of the desert. You can be not fighting a boss, alright? In I don't know, in the sky, and you can just teleport. See? Now there are also your other types of spawns, which is like your useful spawns. Those guys like help you. These guys are mobility spawns. So like the brain buddy, this one helps you. I'm pretty sure this is the best one, but there are others, and they're taken from the Vuvuzela. Now, well, I must say, my favorite second favorite weapon in the whole game is the Nos Duo. So, I think I've not explained something. So, do you know how in Minecraft you have your enchantments? Yeah. In this game, instead of enchantments, you have you can reforge your weapons, and look at this. Now instead of Nos Duel, it is legendary Nos Duel, decreasing its swing speed, although it says plus 10%, it's decreased 10%, and damage increase, which is just an increase in damage. Well, these that's the gambling aspect of the game, but really, it doesn't really matter. I find this game much more fun than many other games for just one thing. I love killing bosses. Either way, this is the rod. It is. Oh, wait a minute. You see this? You see it's sparkling. Why isn't my rods having effects? Well, that's because although you enchant your weapons, you can enchant your weapons again with, instead of getting a legendary or swift or wonderful or maybe short, yeah, instead you can get a gem on it. So gems you usually get them from gem bags, or you can kill the meteor enemies, or instead you can get them from Sky Battlegrounds. Well, Sky Battlegrounds is in the sky area. It is really nice. It gives you a lot of money. So, well, what is this area meant for? Showcasing weapons. So, let me show you this weapon. It's our ability to use big damage. Its T ability does not do too much damage, but its T ability, if you press it again and you still have 50 mana left, I mean like after you use the T ability once and you still have 50 mana left, now that does some big damage. These are one of the weapons on your third hit, which is the slash, deals more damage. It's safe to say, this boss is Pilgram's magnum opus. It's best boss in the whole game, in my opinion. It's better than Old Fart because Old Fart is boring as hell boss without that good music. And I can't even hate the old man. I mean, he's pretty chill. You know, you have to ask him to spar. He won't immediately target you once he sees you. He's just looking over there, alright? His phase tree, like some people said, I saw it in the comment section, his phase tree will be him in his prime, which, I mean, if he's in his prime, oh, I'm dead. Either way, this is Pilgrim's best boss. Thanks for watching. I spent very long editing this video. I didn't like the previous day, this 2 day long video. I've been editing this for 2 days. Well, the first day when I was editing, I realized I started at 8 o'clock, and after I hit the 7 minute mark of editing, like 7 minute long video, I realized it was 11 o'clock. I was like, huh, it's 11? It's already 11? This can't be true. So I hope y'all guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. I really want to get bigger in terms of subscribe numbers so we can get more views on our videos. And then after that, I will keep on working on trying to get much better content. I've been trying a few new things on DaVinci Resolve, like using timestamp things. I have no clue what they're called. Yeah, and I hope y'all guys enjoyed this video. Have a good day, or night, wherever y'all guys are living and whenever y'all are watching. Just know, Pilgrimmed is a great game and y'all guys should definitely try it. And do I have permission to vroom vroom?